I'm making a point-and-click role-playing game where you're from a ninja village as their protector. Customization in video games has always been a staple when it comes to immersion. I like to immerse myself in a world and take time to make my character reflect that feeling. Another favorite thing I love about some RPGs is being able to map out your journey. And even better when you don't get handheld but instead are given a multitude of options and an open world. Gotta keep that brain nice and wrinkly, after all. Don't want any smoothing around here. There's a game from my childhood, and one that is alive and thriving today, that achieves both these arguably better than any other game I've encountered. And that would be RuneScape. Damn, my age is showing. The version of the game I'm referring to is now called Old School RuneScape. But what does a medieval RPG have to do with a ninja one? The pondering of deep question. That would be me. I'm what has to do with both these games. But let me explain. In RuneScape, you have skills for what activities you can do. Want to cut some maple trees for some maple logs? Well, you have to train woodcutting to do something like that. Master isn't born, they're trained. How this game has its items, skills, quests, and world interact with one another is something I want to achieve in the making of my own RPGs. So far, with Project Ninja, name to be revealed, I have had a lot of great progress in getting my vision started. So let me get you all caught up with what is already finished in no particular order, but Pokemon Rap style. A-star, click to move, enemies pathfinding, chasing, attacking, health, stats, world map, inventory system, pause menu, inventory menu, mouse text, and maybe I missed something, but that's all the major stuff. Wow, so what do you still have to do, and why aren't there animations on this list? Don't most devs do that, like, as one of the first things after adding sprites? Card games are fun. Who doesn't like a card-based video game? What about a 1-bit pixel art monster matching and fighting card game? Oh, and did I mention cheat codes? My studio's first game was this cute little card clicking battler, and for the first time ever, I'm giving away all the cheat codes. If it looks like fun, head over to the link in the description and grab a copy for just $1. You're helping fund my dream and getting me one step closer to quitting my job and working at IgsEatsYurSoul Studios full time, so I appreciate the support. Now on with the video you clicked here for. So you might have noticed that the naming of the project and the letters PTYP. Well, you guessed it, this is just a prototype. Because I'm designing these systems with the mindset of wanting to reuse them for future projects, I have been taking time to code them myself exactly how I want them and from scratch. With that in mind, I already know and have a way of doing the animations that works for me and is entirely code-based. My personal preference over Unity's built-in state machine. Anyway, with that in mind, it makes more sense to save that until the game has moved out of the prototype stage of development. The biggest thing that helped me make this choice was the fact that there would be so many customizable outfits that each require animations, which is too much valuable time. I could be designing the rest of the prototype, which includes, but may not be limited to, the inventory system, combat system, equipment, skill system, story, time system, and enemy attack waves. Oh, and I'll need to carve out playtesting time with my playtesters after all that is finished. I'm super excited, but first, let's change realities back to ours and away from the make-believe. I'm sure you're wondering what a warehouse worker is doing starting his own video game studio. drive my high life around the warehouse, putting blood, sweat, and yes, sometimes tears, into somebody else's dream 40 hours a week. I know a lot of guys that have been in these buildings for 20 years and they always look miserable. "20 years from now, my wife and I plan on living in the mountains, self-sustaining us and our kids. Well, I run my game studio, making games from my personal home office, sipping a Ghost energy drink. Big goals, I know." What's up? My name is IgsEatsYurSoul and my wife's name is Vanessa. We have 3 cats and I'm hoping you'll follow our little family at the start of the rest of our lives because we are a huge part of it, Soul Fam. Amongst these goals, where does YouTube lie? You, with the smart brain, are probably wondering about now. Growing a successful YouTube channel has been a personal goal of mine since like childhood, but now it's also going to be my #1 way of showing off what I'm working on with my current games. Then, I get to switch gears with some Let's Plays and I can use those clips for these devlogs. Real circle of life kind of schedule I've got planned here. Now that you know me, at least a little bit about me, I'm hoping to get to know yous along this journey. Being a self-taught developer has been a wild ride, and I'm excited to include you. As a fun way of growing the channel and having some channel goals, I've elected to call them channel levels. So once we get 100 EXP, that's subscribers, we gain a level and unlock something cool. I'm going to release the assets for my first game, Flipple Monsters. That's all the cards, monsters, and even other assets that went entirely unused in the final game, and free. But wait, that's not all. Sorry, I'm not Billy Mays, and that is kind of all, but that is pretty dang exciting if I do say myself. As we level up the channel, I want to hear from yous about what kind of unlocks you'd want to see. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and send your soul for this one. Your Soul Studios. It's ours if you have fun. Peace.